face, oh yeah, don't look at my face, I have makeup on. Did you get anything for Christmas? You want to tell the people? No. Hey, good morning, friends. Okay, so we are gonna do another little quick answer question video type thing-a-majig today, right now. And so yeah, that's what this is. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your day is wonderful. I don't know. I put in this leave-in conditioner for my hair, and I feel like every time I do that, it just gets like greasy. So I'm sorry if it looks like it's greasy, but I legit did just shower. So I showered like a few hours ago. Anyway, we're gonna answer a question, and let me see. I have the one in mind that I want to answer. Kitty Cat asks, I know you've talked a lot about extreme hunger in recovery, but when you first started recovery, did you ever struggle with extreme lack of hunger? Like because your body is so jacked up from your ED and your hunger cues are off, you're just never hungry. If so, do you have any advice? So yeah, I know we talk a lot about yeah, extreme hunger, you're gonna experience extreme hunger, and so people automatically think that if I don't experience extreme hunger, then I must not actually be that bad, I must not have an eating disorder, you know, what's wrong with me? But that is actually so not the case. That's not true. So you don't have to experience extreme hunger to validate that you have an eating disorder and that you're actually sick enough, okay? I want you to understand that. Yes, I've experienced extreme hunger, but I definitely also experienced not being hungry at all. So I experienced the lack of extreme hunger more the first time before this last relapse, and your body is smart, and so it knows that you're not feeding it anymore and that there's no point in wasting energy on sending you the hunger signals because you're not going to give it food, so it just stops sending them. And it's the metabolism is suppressed, the energy levels are down, so you're not getting hungry because your body is just basically shutting down. So it's very normal to not get hungry because you've trained your body that it doesn't matter, I'm not going to feed you anyway, so stop sending me the signals. So that's why you get those mental cues, because your body is still hungry, so it's sending you the mental hunger, where you're just thinking and obsessing about food instead of the actual feeling hungry. So it's definitely that is absolutely a sign, and that it's very normal. And my tips to get over that is you have to eat anyway. You have to force yourself to eat if you need to. And a lot of times I realized that when I did start eating, and the more consistent I got with eating, the hunger signals came back. But you have to be consistent because your body has to learn to rely on you, and it has to learn to trust that you're gonna feed it. Because then when it knows that you're gonna feed it, it'll start sending you those hunger cues because it knows that when it does that, food will come, and it's desperate for food. So listen to those signals when they come, listen to your mental hunger, because that is just as much as a signal as the physical hunger. Please don't think that because you're not getting extreme hunger, then you're not sick enough, or you must not have an eating disorder, or you're weird, because that's absolutely not the case. Also, your stomach has most likely shrunk, and so it's just not as hungry, or you fill up way too fast. All those signs, those are signs of an eating disorder and malnutrition, and you need to take those serious. So yes, lack of extreme hunger is a thing, and you need to eat anyway. That's why it's great in the initial parts of recovery to have a meal plan, have someone either planning your meals for you, making your meals for you, or being following calorie minimums, the mini mod, whatever you need to be doing. I would recommend not trying intuitive eating if you're at that stage, because if you're doing intuitive eating when you're getting no hunger signals, do you see what's gonna happen? You're not gonna eat, and that's a problem, and that's gonna keep you in that cycle, and you're gonna get stuck. So that's what I have to say about that. I hope that answered your question. And the other thing I wanted to talk about really fast, because this is gonna be a quick little video, was someone mentioned to me the other day, well, you must be, are you in quasi recovery because you stumble and you have days where you struggle and you don't do the right thing and you're going back and forth, and isn't that just quasi recovery? And then I got a comment on YouTube about that too. But anyway, and my answer to that is no, because you don't have to be doing perfectly to be in full recovery. I'm not saying there wasn't a time when I was in quasi recovery, because there definitely was, but full recovery doesn't mean that you're gonna be perfect every single day and that you've nailed it and you've hit it on the head and you're done with your eating disorder forever. That's not what full recovery is. Full recovery is committing to recovery, embracing it. We are human, so we're gonna struggle. We're not perfect. We're never perfect. So we are gonna struggle with these things. And so to expect us to be all of a sudden perfect when we decide to fully embrace recovery is ridiculous, and that's not gonna happen. Yeah, I still struggle, but during those days, I still fight as hard as I can. I still come back and do stronger the next day. I can't always win the battle, but I'm still committed to recovery. A lot of times there's a lot of physical things that actually do hold me back. I had the flu last winter, and that really brought me down because I had the flu and then I had a stomach something because I was throwing up on top of all the flu symptoms, and I was miserable in bed for a week and I was hardly eating because I physically couldn't. And then when I did, it came back up. So it's just, you have to give yourself grace in those areas. Do not use them as an excuse. Be very careful with that because I've definitely done that. But life happens. We're not perfect. So you can still be committed to recovery and slip up. But when you slip up, make sure you acknowledge it and you turn it around. Like, learn from it, do better, do the opposite actions, and keep on going. And don't ever hide it, and make sure you talk to people about it. So I think there's a fine line between that. I don't know, that's just my thoughts on that. So wanted to say that. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, whatever time of day it is for you. Keep on fighting. Love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Just kidding, I'm back. I actually have like 2 more thoughts I need to say. I was thinking more about the quasi recovery versus not. The minute that you commit to full recovery, your little habits that you've developed for years and the behaviors and the stuff that is ingrained into your mind doesn't immediately go away. So it doesn't make sense that all of a sudden you're in full recovery and everything's gone and you're perfect. So that's another thing that, like, when you decide to commit to full recovery, you still have to work on the little eating disorder behaviors, the quirks, the habits, the everything. You still have to work on that so they don't go away. So that's another reason you can't be perfect. Habits take time to develop. They also take time to change. So you have to work on changing those habits, and that's gonna be hard. Whether you're in full recovery or quasi recovery, you have to work on changing those. So yeah, that was a little something I had to say. It's ingrained into our mind and our brain, and our brain needs to learn new habits. So yeah, that's that. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye again. Thank you guys. Frank? Jeez, Stephanie. I forgot to mention, please subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this, or if you find that you are able to relate to anything like this, and hit the like if you did like it, and do the notification bell if you want to be notified of my videos. Haha, there we go. There's my official YouTube plug. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.